Hey there, so today we have another review. This is a beer from Broken Strings. I don't believe I've had them on the channel before. Anyway, they're one of the, like, older. I mean, I don't think they're that old. They're not that old, but they're not one of the newer. They're not one of the newest breweries in Orlando, but they've been around. So whatever. It's only forever. ESB, English special bitter, 6%. Yeah, what what a label. Um, it's got an owl with like the kiss thing on his face. It's got Star Wars with the TIE fighter shooting out hops. It's only forever. Dude, if you can explain to me, have this. If you have no clue what the label means, like preconceived notions, and you can explain this to me, cheers to you, because I have no clue. This label, honestly, no offense, not a very good looking label, bad looking label, but liquid's what matters. Thank you to Matt, by the way. He's the one that picks this one up from Broken Strings, Orlando local. Yeah, beer. So beer comes in a really nice kind of light amber color, pretty spot on. Light amber, slightly off white head, a little bit of medium haze on that. That's actually a little bit hazy, but yeah, get a little bit of acid on there, but yeah. And again, it's a British beer. I think that's pretty proper. Oh, sorry, Katie just mentioned. So that's not the Kiss one. It's
David Bowie.
David Bowie one.
How
How embarrassing! I'm not a Dave. Sorry to you guys out here and there. I'm not a David Bowie fan. No, not that I dislike David Bowie. It's not a David Bowie guy. That's true. But yeah, you smell those kind of like British malts going on. A little bit of like the hops and the malt, and then the hops and the malt, and I think the yeast offers this like orangey kind of character. Sometimes they call it orange zest, which is such a weird flavor that like orange marmalade. Yeah, you get a little bit of that kind of tea, like definitely like tons of like black tea, um, some of that sweet malt in there, that kind of like toasted bready character that's not all the way Maillard heavy like Doppelbock, but like sort of like a like again, it sort of sells this kind of like light amber color in this malt, lightly toasty blah blah. Wow, this beer is bitter. Jeez. Um, I don't know who's ordering ESBs these days, but yeah, I mean that's sort of what they taste like. The beer is noticeably quite bitter. I'm very curious if they lower their carb, like carbonate it specifically a little lower to sort of imitate what you get naturally in cask ale. Wow, the beer's bitter. Jeez, it has a really nice kind of old school quality to it. It sort of reminds you of Sierra Nevada Pale Ale, and you sort of can see the link of like British beer to the classic kind of Sierra Nevada hoppy beers to what like more modern breweries are doing. Right? It has it like through line that like you sort of connect through your brain. Um, Yeah, man, tastes pretty spot on. I really taste any dazzle on the palate. The beer has a really nice kind of toasty quality to it. A little bit of like lingering kind of caramel sweetness, very light, big bitterness. Um, there's no, I don't believe. I mean, yeah, then again, I've never been to England, but I don't believe bitters are actually this bitter. It is really like American bitterness. Oh, the owl from Labyrinth. But then why is there a Tie Fighter in there? Like a Star Wars Tie Fighter. See, so Kay's trying to figure.
reference to the 80s.
It's only forever. I have no clue. And then there's a ring here.
Timeless pop culture thing.
Dude,
That would be my guess.
whatever. Yeah, I find this beer probably just a little bit too bitter, but that works with the American palate, especially with like expecting how bitter American IPAs are. So it's like sort of in between, like you want the West Coast bitterness with a kind of like English bitter kind of thing going on. It's honestly pretty tasty beer. I'm impressed that people do even order bitters or try to drink beers like this because it's not hazy and it's not aromatically American in any sense. There's none of this kind of big, like, none of the American character. Because so you can go really fruity with the hazy stuff, or you can do modern West Coast IPA, or you can do old school kind of IPA. This is like all the way old school, like I drink Fuller's kind of thing, which like I don't think anybody does anymore, at least in the local market, because I see like Fuller's not really selling on the shelf, and hell, I don't think they even bring Fuller's down here anymore, so I don't think I can even get it like fresh Fuller's. But speaking about that, so uh, it's pretty good. again, nothing will match what I had at Hogshead. There's just something magical about the cast experience, and it's just so spoiled. Like just having such an enlightening moment. Again, I only have one pint of a bitter, and I will never enjoy a bitter again until it's like freshly made from hand pulled cask again. But pretty good style. I mean, I like this beer. I generally don't. I'm not a big fan of ESBs, but this is a good food beer. We've got a bunch of fried stuff left over from the Super Bowl, and this is gonna go great with it. So for rating, keep rambling. As you get acclimated, the bitterness rises a little bit nicer, but it's that classic kind of like British kind of bitterness. It's earthy, very woodsy, but it almost has a lingering character that reminds me of like, well, the bitterness level and the lingering hop quality sort of reminds me of like American beer, but it's like obviously like tastes like British hops. Salad 90. It's only forever. Until next time, guys. Cheers from Broken Springs. Very good. Post in the comments below what you think about bitters. Are you drinking ESBs? Are you are local brewers producing bitters around you guys? I don't see them. There you go. So some breweries are doing bitters, but I think it's a hard style to replicate, especially when it's really meant for cask, and the magic of cask is just unbelievable, especially for some of those classic styles that like it I don't know, man. It just smacks different. I don't know what to tell you. So post in the comments below if you've had proper cask ale. Have you been to England? Do you have a local brewery that does that kind of stuff? Until next time, cheers. Nighty.